So I was streaming last week and somebody mentioned that I should take a look at a GitHub repository called Chat Waifu. So I did, and instead of actually, testing out the repository, I found something else on that page that piqued my interest a little bit more, and that was real sounding anime voices. Let's go ahead and listen to some of them.
やった。通貨の価値観とかって全然違うんだよな。やった。通貨の価値観とかって全然違うんだよな。
やった。通貨の価値観とかって全然違うんだよな。
やった。通貨の価値観とかって全然違うんだよな。
So you be the judge if that is authentic enough for you or not. I think it sounded really good, and I was like, oh shoot, if I incorporate this into a chatbot, have it speak out in these voices, well, guess what we got? We've got something called WaifuGPT. So that is what I worked on, and here is the final result of it. I'm just gonna jump straight into it and show you what I finished. Alright, so here we are in VS Code, and we're not gonna do any code today. We're just gonna go ahead and take a look at WaifuGPT to see how it functions. So let's go ahead and run the code, and I'm gonna give you some demonstrations about it. So here we have the screen. It's pretty simple. There's a start, stop, and then there's a state right here. So it's stopped, and it's just going to output it. So it takes your English input and translates it into Japanese and responds back in Japanese, per keeping everything Japanese, right? So we're gonna go ahead and start, and I'm just gonna run through it and ask it some questions. So let's just go ahead and have a conversation about our day. Hey there. Man, today was super tiring. I did a lot at work and people were just so busy today. Man, I'm tired.
人間はいつも疲れていると文句を言う。もっと自分の身体を大切にすればそんなに疲れないのに。
Hey, I gotta get the work done, so I gotta work as hard as possible. So what can I do in this situation? I drink energy drinks and it keeps me going.
あと、ため息をつくのはやめてください。人工的な刺激物に頼るのはよくありません。長期的には体に害を与えることがあります。必要なら適切な休憩をとって休んでください。しかし、仕事を続ける決意はあるなら、緑茶を飲んだり、短い散歩をしたりして、自分自身をアラートに保つことを試してみてください。
I mean, thanks for the suggestions, but I can't really take short walks at work to keep myself awake. And the green tea, I can't actually bring any drinks to the workplace, so I gotta drink it in a break area. What do you recommend?
休憩して散歩したり緑茶を飲む時間が取れない場合は、デスクでストレッチ運動をすることで血流を促進することができます。睡眠時間を増やしたりスケジュールを調整して休息を取ることも考えてみてください。健康に気を使うことで長期的に生産性が向上します。
I'd like to thank you for talking to me today. I think that's I gotta get going, so I'll see you later.
ああ、大丈夫ですよ。いつでも手伝います。ただ、自分のことも大切にして働きすぎには気をつけてくださいね。また後で。
Okay, so now let's change it up a little bit. Let's add a different voice. We're going to do voice 3, and we're actually going to change the way that it responds to us. So let's go ahead and change the prompt. Currently, the personality is kind of a tsundere archetype, but let's go ahead and ask it for something else, maybe a yandere. And so what better else than to go to ChatGPT and ask for the different dere types? What are the different dere types in anime, and give me descriptions, please. So let's go ahead and do a yandere, and can you create me a personality and character from the yandere personality? Okay, wow, this is pretty detailed. So let's go ahead and copy this big old thing right here, and we're gonna go ahead and change the prompt here. I actually want to create a new text. Let me do a new one, and then let me change it real quick to yandere. So we've got yandere on voice 3, and you'll hear voice 3 once I run through it. So, okay, it's a yandere personality with an obsession for a character named Yuta. Let's see if we can push some buttons. So let's go to start. What's up, Ayumi? I saw Yuta hanging out with another friend yesterday called Tanaka. That was pretty terrible, but we'll see. We'll go with it. Oh, I didn't get it.
こんにちは。元気です。お尋ねいただきありがとうございます。そしてユータは誰かと一緒にいるの？誰ですか？彼らは彼に近づきすぎているの？すべてを知る必要があります。
He's hanging out with somebody named Tanaka. I think they went out to the movies yesterday and it looked like they were having a great time. I thought you should know.
田中さん、誰ですか？ただの友達ですか？それとも何かもっとある関係ですか？ の誰かと時間を過ごすユータのことを考えると、私は我慢できません。彼女についてもっと知り、彼女が私から彼を奪おうとしていないことを確認する必要があります。掘り下げて、彼らの関係についてできるだけ多くのことを調べなければなりません。教えてくれてありがとう。感謝しています。
My name is Tanaka. Plot twist.
あ、わかりました。前にちょっと心配そうな感じで話してしまってすみません。ただ、時々他の女の子と過ごすときに心配になってしまうんです。個人的なことではありません。田中さん、はじめまして。エーラでユータと楽しい時間を過ごせたらよかったですね。いつか一緒に遊びましょう。
That sounds like a terrible idea. No, thank you. I'll have to say no to that. I would rather stay away.
ああ、わかりました。もし不快な思いをさせてしまったらすみません。故意になってしまったつもりはありませんでした。YUTA に関しては、私は過保護になりがちです。今後は控えめにするようにします。あなたの気持ちを教えてくれてありがとう。
Awesome. Well, thanks for talking to me today. That's gonna be it.
どういたしまして、田中さん。お会いできて嬉しかったです。もし再度お話ししたいことがあったり、何かご心配なことがあれば、遠慮なく私に連絡してください。お気をつけて。
And so that is the voice assistant in action. As you can see, it's responding back. And of course, it's not in real time. There is probably about a 10 to 15-second delay between the responses. I just cut it in the video just to make it a little bit more smoother. But as you can see, it talks to you in a anime voice, and you could call it WaifuGPT if you want to. And that is pretty much it. There are a couple of other things that I am working on with it. As you could see, it was changing the images that were there as kind of the reflection of the emotion that is being said or the sentiment in the sentences it's responding back with. So that was the intent behind that, is to change the face behind the AI to represent whatever emotion it's trying to tell you. And that's just to kind of add to the immersion part of it, the fun of it. And it's not anything too serious. I just wanted to create something that was for fun and decided that this would be pretty cool. And it's not that much code. I really only have a modified version of my Vivi project actually, where I just have the instances called here. I've got all of the chat functionality in this GPT Assistant one, and I actually use some of the base code from the Chat Waifu GitHub repository. I just modified it so that I could use it in my own code, and that is the resulting project. I will definitely be releasing it onto my GitHub. There are some restrictions with the voices, you know, the author says you can't use it commercially, so, you know, just abide by that type of thing. You know, this was just a little interesting side project that I found to be cool, and there are so many other things that you could do with it. You could even add it to where it changes your voice into those anime characters. You could change your voice into a waifu. I mean, I saw a YouTube video that did something like that, and you could have it do it real time. It's pretty quick, and maybe I'll add that functionality. So actually, I just thought about that. I'll add that functionality in the future. So I guess I'll do a follow-up video for that, where I make it, you know, change your voice into a waifu, I guess. So yeah, that's gonna be today's video. Quick, short, and sweet. You know, there are some other things that I've made with these voices, so I'll show those in a future video. But that's gonna be it today. So see you again later, and yeah,